Yo, 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 what's up, guys? Good morning, good morning. Hope everyone is doing well. Today, it is Friday, February 28th. Hope everyone is doing well this morning. How about that market yesterday, guys? Kind of a scary market. I gotta be honest. It's kind of a scary market. A little scary, you know. So the market is actually under 300, which is a huge level. This is the long-term market chart, guys. So kind of scary, man. Kind of scary. Let me turn the music down a little bit so you guys can hear me. What's wrong, Luke, man? Listen, Luke, the last few comments you've had, you've just been kind of complaining about everything, brother. No offense to you, man, but what's wrong, bro? You know, last 3 comments, you're not saying anything but just complaining about stuff, man. Let me guess, you lost your account, and now you're upset, and it's my fault. Anyways, it's an $8,000 account. And plus, Mitch is trading a $399 account. And so, yeah, we're trading small accounts here. They're definitely below 25K. Mine's an $8,000 account. Mitch's is a $399 account. I don't know how much he paid for it. He either paid $375 or $399 for it. The point still remains, though, they are certainly small accounts. Yeah, I got you, guys. I'm turning it down, brother. Let me see. I got you. But yeah, Luke, it'll be alright, bro. No need to just complain about stuff, man. You know, we could be friends. You know? I know, I'm just saying, the last 3 things have just been kind of negative, brother. You know? Like I said, I like having people here. I like having regulars. But, you know, there's certain people... Most of the time, like I said, I'll be honest about what happens. Most of the time, trading's a very emotional thing, right? So like people lose accounts, right? People lose accounts, and like I've said before, it's really hard for people to be mature and introspective and be like, you know what? I lost that account because I'm a new trader, and new traders lose accounts. Or I lost that account because I made some dumb trades. Or I lost that account for whatever reason. It's a lot easier for people to just kind of take it out on me, or take it out on their broker, or take it out on whomever. But the reality is, trading's an emotional thing, and like I said, we could have people here, but just try not to be so negative, brother. The last few things you've said have just been constant negative. You don't say anything positive, it's just been negative, bro. So, you know, hang in there, bro. You know, it'll be alright. Alright. I don't know about that song, man. Some of these songs are kind of off. I gotta change them. Let me see what we got. Play this one. This one's dope. Yeah, it's alright, Luke. Listen, I love you, Luke. I'm not mad at you, brother. I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying, be positive, bro. Be positive. Be happy. Like I said, Mitch is trading a $400 account. That's certainly a small account. I'm trading an $8,000 account. That's certainly a small account as well. Yeah, they give me a ton of leverage, but in the grand scheme of things, in the big picture, it's an $8,000 account. So they're both very small. Yeah, I'm not even talking about you specifically, Luke. I'm just talking about people in general, man. I'm not talking about you specifically. Right, positive vibes, C Young. That's right. What's up, Sean? Good morning, brother. I think Netron's kind of trolling, though. a little bit. But no, I'm not saying Luke lost his account. I'm just asking, you know. Thank you, Sean. Yeah, I'm John's younger brother, Jim. You know, I'm John's younger brother, Jim. So hit that subscribe button. You know what I mean? Hit that subscribe button. I'm John's younger brother, Jim. And Jim doesn't have a beard. Apparently my wife made me shave my beard. But yeah, look at the market today, guys. Look at the market. Look at this. I'm kind of scared, man. And if you say you're not scared and you live in the U.S., you're lying. Look at this market, man. This market's scary. This market's scary. This is the single biggest drop in the last year. It's the single biggest drop, really, since 2018. It's the single biggest drop since 2018. Anybody that says they're not a little scared is full of it, man. You know, is full of it. But we'll see what happens. Kind of a scary day. I'm just speculating, Luke. Listen, man, I love you, Luke. You know, we can be friends, bro. I love having you here, man. It's all love, bro. I'm not mad at you, you know. John's smart. Jim's not. Right, I know. We're going to have to tolerate Jim here today, you know. We're going to have to tolerate Jim today, you know. But yeah, look at the market, man. Market, I talked about it over and over again. The big level here is 300. This is the big level right here. And it just cracked under that. It just cracked under that. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, like I said, anybody that says they're not scared a little bit in this market is full of it, man. This is a little scary market. Biggest drop since 2018. And the people I say that, at least to be scared, you kind of have to have some skin in the game, though, so to speak. And so it's like anybody that has like a 401k or like an IRA, those are the ones that are kind of legit nervous, right? The people that don't have those, I mean, they probably don't care that much. Maybe they're shorting the market. That's plausible as well. But the reality is, anybody that holds any type of long-term investment in the market is a little scared, man. Is a little scared. I have an IRA. I'm a little scared. And so we'll see what happens. But, whew, man. I'll also say this, though, guys. And tell me whether I'm overreacting here. But I know, Luke, but look at these perks, bro. Look at these perks, dude. You got the coveted John, Mitch, and Carol emojis, dude. You know you want those perks. Luke, look at that John, Mitch, and Carol emoji, bro. You know you want those. Look at those, man. Beautiful. Coveted. John, Mitch, and Carol emojis, man. You know, those are the perks you get if you get on John's or Jim's good side. You know you want to, Luke. You know you want to sneak into my good side, bro. I know. Yeah, what's up, Netron? Hey, if you thought that, Jago, man, you're doing better than me, bro, because I'm a little scared. But at the same time, Jago, you don't live in the U.S., and so, you know, the U.S. market dropping big is not going to affect you as much, so to speak. Yeah, my wife made me shave 2-way. And this is what I was just about to ask, and then I promise you guys I'm going to start going over news, okay? So, I shaved my beard yesterday. And up until yesterday, I was on a 6-day green streak, right? I shave my beard, I immediately lose. Is that a coincidence? I don't think so. I'm going to grow out my beard because apparently the superstitious side of me says that my beard helps my trading. You know, I can't jump to any other conclusion aside from that my beard is causing me to win. You know, as a trader, superstitions are the death of us. And apparently my beard helps my trading because the entire time I had my beard, I was killing it in the market. I shaved my beard yesterday, first losing day in a week. Coincidence? I don't think so, you know. Alright, I love you guys. Y'all have a good day. Here, hold on. I gotta give my kids a hug goodbye real quick. Hold on. Here now. Alright, sorry. I had to give my kids a hug goodbye real quick. They're going to school. But yeah. So, like I said, the natural conclusion drawn from that is that my beard helps my trading, and that shaving my beard consequently hurt my trading. You hear that, Carol? It's your fault. I blame you. I lost yesterday, first time in a week, right after I shaved my beard. That's your fault, 100%. I blame you. You know, you should feel terrible. I mean, I only lost $5 yesterday, but the point remains, you know. Anyways, let's go over the market news, guys. I'm going to go over the market news. Alright, so again, you can see the SPY down today. DYNT gapping up from 120s to 394. This is Dynatronics. We'll go ahead and go over this catalyst real quick. Alright, so this is fourth quarter results that came out. It looks like they were positive here. Actually, no, that came out on the 19th, so that is not accurate. I apologize. I'm not seeing any catalyst for DYNT here. If you know the catalyst for it, let me know. I'm not seeing anything for DYNT, but it is gapping up from 121s all the way to $4 here. And so this is a roughly 320% gap up, something like that, right? Roughly right around there. We also have ALT gapping up. It's not APT, which is Alpha Pro Tech from yesterday. This is ALT, which is something different. This is Altimmune. It is up after they completed their first development milestone toward the COVID-19 vaccine. So for the coronavirus vaccine, they developed their first milestone in development towards the advancement of the novel single-dose intranasal vaccine. And they also said they completed the design and synthesis of the vaccine, and they're now pushing it forward towards animal testing for this. ALT gapping up from 176 to 380. We'll see what happens with this one. And we also have AHPI here. AHPI gapping up from 1550s to 33, so really close to 100% gap up here. Yeah, man, beards are majestic, man. Listen, I loved having a beard, bro. I loved having a beard, man, because like if I had any like breakouts or stuff on my face, it just kind of hides it. It just kind of hides it. The problem with beards though is when you eat nachos. That's the real problem. You know, you eat like a chili dog or like nachos. That's the issue with a beard, you know. Anyways, AHPI gapping up here. Alright, so Allied Healthcare Products, which is AHPI, is up after they extend their fourfold rocket ride up. Let me see. Shout out to Netron, man, because I am reading this and it says it says U.S. stock futures retreat after Trump fails to reassure traders. And so it's his fault again. You know, maybe he could have done a better job at reassuring traders, though. I'll say that. That is a plausible and an understandable argument. You know, even if whether this move in the market is reasonable or not, you know, you got to reassure people. I think people are going to panic regardless, though, and so I don't think it's necessarily his fault. But yeah, I can see both sides. Anyways, Allied Healthcare Products is an emergency medical supply and medical gas construction equipment company, and it ran up after the coronavirus news, apparently, because it deals with medical supplies and medical gas construction for AHPI. So we'll see what happens with this one, but that's the reason this move. There you go, Luke. Listen, man, it doesn't hurt to be positive, bro. It doesn't hurt to be positive, man. You know? Luke, I expect you to be straight up Mr. Rogers in here, man. That's what I expect you to be. You know, I expect you to just be straight up Mr. Rogers, you know? That's who I'm going to dub you Mr. Rogers, Luke. That's you. But I like it, man. I like it. APT is tradable? Is it really? Let me check it out, man. But yeah, I lost $5 yesterday. I even talked about it, man. I lost $5. $5 yesterday. My account's roughly the same though, which is fine. You know, I think I might have lost a little bit after commissions, but APT is tradable, man. Hey, appreciate that, Luke. I didn't realize that. But yeah, AHPI, medical supplies and construction company, gapping up from the coronavirus. And then we got APT. I can already tell you what this is. This is Alpha Pro Tech. They make the M95 masks, and they are a medical mask supplier. And so with that, with the coronavirus fears, APT has been skyrocketing up, understandably so. We also have Lake, which is Lakeland Industries. I believe they are the same type of thing. It's another coronavirus stock, and I believe they are working on a vaccine or some type of treatment. Let me see. I'm trying to see what Lake is. So if anybody knows what Lake is, let me know, because I'm not seeing anything. I just see a bunch of panic from the coronavirus. So somebody help me out with Lake. I've had this song stuck in my head all morning, guys. This is a dope song. Tell me I'm lying. This is a good song. FTSV gapping up some. We also have, before I move on to some of these other ones, we have some coronavirus stocks like NVAX. We've got NNVC. NNVC, NVAX, all coronavirus stocks. Then we got mRNA, which I don't know what it's doing today. It's down, interesting enough. APRN, Blue Apron, FTCH. But yeah, moving on though, we're going to look at, man, I just had it. What was it? We got Lake. Man, my typing is just off. Lake. FTCH, which is Farfetch, AMC, ADMA, FTCH, and that's about it. I'm not really seeing too much else. FTSV is what it was. I could look up this catalyst, and then that's about it. We could look at the overall market news, because that's really, I think, what's going to be causing the most volatility today. So this is Gilead Sciences, this is FTSV. Alright, so GILD has approached 47, which is FTSV, with a takeover offer. And that's what's going down for this company. Bloomberg reported that yesterday. And so we'll see what happens for FTSV. But it is gapping up from 48.79 after the reported takeover offer for this one. Interesting. Not really. Meryl said, are y'all focusing more on pharmaceuticals? I'm just focusing on gappers. I'm focusing on what's moving right now, like everything that's moving. I'm looking at penny stocks, mid and high cap stocks. Right now I'm going through gap up stocks right now, but it just so happens that most of the gapping up stocks are specifically biotech stocks and penny and stuff like that, and pharmaceutical companies, because a lot of it is based off of the coronavirus sector, considering the big sell-off in the market and stuff. So that's what we really are getting. Big Lots gapping down, which is retail. Alright, so Big Lots had a fourth quarter miss. They reported earnings that missed analyst expectations and first quarter guidance that is going to be hurt by the coronavirus. They reported fourth quarter earnings of $93.8 million or $2.39 a share, and that's compared with the $108 million or $2.68 a share from a year ago. So a little bit worse than a year ago, and I think the entire retail sector is just going to be going down as online businesses become more and more efficient. Specifically, I think the entire retail sector is going to be dropping slowly over the next few years, and I think it already has. Like, I think Amazon, like if you look at like the video game sector, Amazon has just taken them out, at least the retail sector for video games, as well as digital downloads are slowly taking over that market space as well. And so with that, I've talked about it before, but I think the longevity of some of these retail companies is going to be in question. And I think that in the end, you have to look at the convenience factor for retail, right? The big thing, like when you're really looking at some of these stocks, is the question you want to ask yourself, at least in my opinion, is how convenient is it to have it shipped to my door, right? Like there's certain things that you just don't want shipped to your door, right? Like if I'm buying a computer, I'm not trying to order that computer because number one, it's kind of risky to order a computer and leave it at my front doorstep. Number two, when I buy a computer, I want the computer that day, like specifically that day. And so I think that convenience factor is going to overpower that decline in retail space. And so, you got stores like Best Buy that are actually still around and doing okay. Another one is like clothing stores. Like specifically like dresses and stuff like that. Like a lot of the time you need to try on those things beforehand, and so that convenience factor is going to give a little bit more strength to those type of retail sectors. But again, like the toy sector, Toys R Us is closing down. Those are the ones where it's way more convenient to just place an order on Amazon and get them shipped to your house. And I think the the longevity of those companies is going to be in question, and I think they'll probably slowly go down, if that makes sense. At least that's my speculation on that matter. And so we'll see what happens. But yeah, Big Lot is down after bad earnings. Not to go into a little bit of a rant about retail, but I do think that is something people should really understand and consider about like the technological improvement causing a lot of other type of sectors to be obsolete in retail. We have Wayfair, which is down some. Hey, shout out to MK Golden. I appreciate the sub. Like I said, guys, hit that subscribe button. We do this live for free every day. We're not experts or gurus here. We just teach people what works for us in the market. We day trade live every day though. And so if you want to watch us day trade live, hit that subscribe button, click that like button, show your support. Let's try to get 100 likes again today. But yeah, we got Wayfair.com, which is down some. This is down. Let me see. I'm seeing something that said Wayfair copied Amazon to grow fast. Now it searches for profits. So Wayfair reported a fourth quarter earnings that missed expectations. They reported quarterly sales of $2.533 billion, which was better than the analyst consensus estimate of $2.53 billion. It's a 25.77 increase over sales of $2.014 billion the same period last year. They also reported fourth quarter active customers were at roughly 20 million. And then they said, quote, "We are pleased to close out another year of significant growth with net revenue of 35% year over year in 2019 as our loyal and growing customer base continues to choose Wayfair as the preferred place to shop for home," said Niraj Shah, which is the CEO. They also said, quote, while already operating at a run rate in excess of $10 billion in annual net revenue, we have barely scratched the surface of our total addressable market and are only just beginning to reap the benefits of our large strategic investments across North America and Europe, end quote. Still, Wayfair is down significantly. It's down like $12, which is a pretty big percentage overall. And so I think he's just trying to pump I think he's just trying to kind of fluff the stock up a little bit. But it's weird. They did have good earnings and good sales, but still dropping. So they did have a wider loss, actually. Let me see. They reported a non-GAAP net loss per basic and diluted share of $2.80 for the quarter 4 of 2019, which is compared with the loss of $1.12 during the same period last year. So yeah, a worse than expected loss, which is why they're gapping down. iFerg, hey dude, you probably got this question a lot, so I'm really sorry, but what's your opinion on investing right now? I'm assuming it will go down even more, to be honest. I'm not an investor at all. Yeah, man, to be honest, bro, I'm not really much of an investor, man. I know I run a trading channel, but it's more so a trading channel. So like, volatility is good for me because I'm trading volatility. I'm getting in and out. And then usually within a day or two, usually within about 20 minutes, I'm in and out of a stock. I'm just trying to profit off of a stock's volatility using historical charting as technical analysis. And that's all I'm really doing, brother. So As for whether you should invest long term, I'm not much of a fundamental investor, and I don't want to tell you the wrong answer. And like I said, I'm not an expert in that way at all. And I'm mostly a day trader and swing trader, brother. So yeah, like I said, I just don't want to tell you the wrong answer. I think a lot of people are going to be dip buying the market, so to speak, but it's just about where you think the bottom is. Prior till yesterday, I thought the bottom was at 300, and we ripped below that. And so, I think it's going to depend on how serious the COVID-19 virus gets here in the US. I think that's what's going to dictate what the market does, and I think if it gets worse and worse, the market's going to drop more and more regardless of anything else. And so I think that's the big question, is how bad is the the COVID-19 virus going to get here? And then, that's what I would try to speculate off of. If I had to trade long term, that's what I would speculate off of, if that makes sense. But you got a check mark, bro. You must be a big channel. Let me see. You are, man. Is that a Fortnite channel? I don't know what game that is. But hey, I appreciate you dropping by, brother. If you ever want to get on some Halo, let me know. It looks like you're Call of Duty. But yeah, you ever want to... I'm not much of a Call of Duty player. I'm more of a Halo player. I'm an old school Halo player. Yeah, man, that's what I would do. Like I said, I think my strategies long term would just be dip buying the market. Like, Warren Buffett has the famous quote, and the famous quote goes something like this: "It is better to be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful." Very famous Warren Buffett quote. And so by that logic, basically, a lot of people are going to be dip buying this type of pullback in the market. This is the biggest drop since 2018. But on the other hand, like I said, I think this one's a little bit different than anything else, because I think this one is being dictated by the coronavirus outbreak. And I think if the coronavirus gets really bad in the US, the market will subsequently tank. And so I think that that's going to influence it. And basically, I don't know how well dip buying is going to work here, because again, I think if the coronavirus gets bad enough, it's not going to matter how much it dips. It's just going to keep dropping. And so I think that that is what people should speculate off of if they're going to try to invest fundamentally. Yeah, I played mostly Halo 3 is my favorite because it has the flamethrower. But yeah, I played Halo 3. I played a bunch of them. I didn't like Halo 5 as much. Nowadays, mostly I play, like, my partner and I, Mitch, play Master Chief Collection some. My wife, Carol, is actually really good at Call of Duty. She's alright at Call of Duty. To me, she's really good because she plays. But yeah, I haven't played Call of Duty in like 3 or 4 years. I've seen the mobile. They've been advertising me the mobile. Mostly I'm playing Madden on my phone. Like, I play Madden online on my phone. What's up, Kate Gifford? What's up, man? What's up, the Book of Z? Yeah, so we got a few people asking me about the music I'm listening to. I am listening using Epidemic Sounds. It's a subscription licensed music service. I could probably get an affiliate link, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. But yeah, it's Epidemic Sounds is where I'm getting my music from. And you basically spend, like, I think I pay like $15 a month, and they give me the green light to play as much of their music as I want on my channel. And they have like thousands and thousands of tracks that I can choose from with all these different genres of music. So yeah, that's what's going down with it. But anyways, we can look up the SPY here. And try to see the bigger market news. Look at space, which Mitch and I have talked about how skeptical we are of space, and it's down as well. I think it's just following the overall market, though. And if we look at the market itself, again, the SPY is down under 300, which prior till today, I thought this level right here, these two levels were the biggest levels. And so now that we're under that, I don't know what's gonna happen, man. I'm kind of skeptical. I have no idea what's gonna happen here, and that's what I'm saying. If you're in the U.S. and you're not a little bit scared, I don't know what to say, but it's a little bit scary here for sure. We'll see what happens, but man, like I said, I can't lie. I'm a little scared. Anybody that holds any type of long-term investment is going to be a little nervous in this market. Like, I have an IRA as an entrepreneur, and people with 401ks, they're going to be a little bit worried as well. So, we'll see what happens. But the market's breaking pretty big support levels here yesterday in the last day or two. And so I'm going to go ahead and read some major market news reports that came out today. I'm going to start with one that came out at 1:01 this morning, and it says, quote, CDC identifies first coronavirus case in U.S. of unknown origin that might suggest community spread. All right, and so that did come out, that the CDC did identify the first case in the U.S., basically that they couldn't track where it came from. And the reason that is significant, guys, is that if they can't track where it came from, then other people have probably been catching it as well. And that's the issue, right? Because prior till then, they could track each person that came from China, usually, that spread the coronavirus, or that had the coronavirus, right? And so the fact that they have one of unknown origin is a pretty big deal, and that means that basically there's potentially many others that have it in the U.S. that we don't know about, because again, that means the person that contracted it from unknown origin contracted it from somebody that we don't know of, that we couldn't track from China, which is a big deal, a scary thing, and I think that's what's causing some of this fear in the market as well. And so it is something to consider here with that too. Another report says Iran is reporting 143 new cases with 8 new deaths, with a total of 388 cases and 34 total deaths overall. A British man who was the passenger on the coronavirus-infected Japanese cruise ship died. So we did have a death from there. Mexico deputy health minister says that the first case of the coronavirus in Mexico is there. They do have a case of the coronavirus in Mexico now. Yeah, so we have 2 cases of the coronavirus in Mexico. And so, yeah, that's what's going down with the market, guys. And so we'll see what happens. All right, we got Mitch in here. Yeah, Mitch is here. Let me see. Let me fix this. All right. Yo, what's up, Mitch?
Yo.
Yo, what's up, man? All right.
You hired your children yet?
Dude, I'm hiding my kids, hiding my wife, because the coronavirus is getting everybody out here, bro. Dude, Mexico's got its first 2 people with the coronavirus, and they also found the first person of unknown origin that contracted it in the U.S., which means it's probably a bunch of other people have it. Honestly, as a parent, I don't know whether I should keep my kids home, man. That's the real question.
Sure wasn't someone just ordering a Corona in Mexico? And Cancun?
Right. They just misunderstood it. Man.
They said, I want a Corona, not I have Corona.
Right. Right. That's it, man. That's it. Positive vibes, bro. Positive vibes. Optimism. Yeah. That's all it is.
I saw someone drinking a Corona over the weekend, and I was like, man,
right.
You I like.
Get that out of here, man. That's playing with that's stepping over a cliff here, man. Like, you can't do that. That's bad vibes, bro. That's bad vibes, man. That's attracting the wrong thing in your life. You better I'm not touching a Corona. I seriously wonder if the Corona company is gonna go down just from people being like, no sir, get that away from me. I don't even want to bring that bad juju in my life, bro.
Corona goes bankrupt,
right?
Because of one name,
right? Just because the name's ruined. Their namesake, their name brand is ruined now. It's over. It's plausible too. It really is kind of plausible. Like, people are.
No, it really is.
People are superstitious, man. I was talking about it yesterday. Yesterday, I shaved my beard, had my first losing day in a week, dude. Tell me that's not a coincidence, man. Or tell me that's a coincidence, because I don't think it is. I'm going to grow my beard back, and, I blame my wife. She made me shave my beard. My mom lost 80,000 in the last 3 days. She's holding in Vanguard. Ooh, that's tough, man. Sorry to hear that, Christopher. That's what I'm saying, bro. People in the U.S., I don't care what they say, if they're holding any type of long-term investment, they're kind of scared.
Yeah,
100%.
I mean, it's like I told you, one of the biggest things that I wanted to see was where we're going to get into profits of last year, profits of 2018. Can we get to 2017?
I don't know,
You know,
man.
this makes up years and years of investments, and this is why that buy and hold strategy is kind of tough. It's kind of one of those kind of things that you just leave work be, and sometimes it will burn you. But it's the best method if you're trying to long-term invest. At the end of the day, if you look at it year over year, the market goes up, and that's what people believe on, and that's why they buy and hold. But whenever you have what's called an economic expansion, you always have to remember that we could get kind of that retracement. I don't really think this is necessarily the SPY tanking just yet. I think this could still be a correlation from what we were in the past. If you guys remember, this is where we were when we were worried about the trade deal, about the Chinese trade deal. We broke out the 300 and we made a move up to 340 really quickly. If you look at it, it essentially did it in kind of 2 months, a move all the way up there to 340. So this pullback is not necessarily massive just yet. I think this is just getting towards levels that are more valued here in fair value. A lot of stocks ripped up to a point where their valuations weren't making sense anymore. And I think this is pulling stocks more in a better evaluation period. So I wouldn't necessarily be scared that the world's ending right now. I would more along be trying to find stocks that have really good value that should come back.
Right. I think
Stocks like Disney.
Yep.
Perfect example. It's getting towards levels of what? In a little bit, if Disney gets to like 105 today or 106, we can be in levels that people grabbed Disney in 2015.
Oh, for sure. Like, I think people are gonna buy up Disney. I think Disney is one of those ones that I kind of agree on, like, as a long-term chart. I made this post yesterday, not to interrupt you, but I made this post yesterday on Facebook. Disney Plus, and if you were raised in the 90s, you're gonna recognize a lot of these movies, right? Disney Plus has the movie First Kid with Sinbad, Camp Nowhere, Rookie of the Year, Sandlot, Heavyweights, Blank Check, Kazam, and Jack with Robin Williams. It's all on there, man, And so for me, Disney Plus is worth it, man. As a 90s kid, man, they have all my favorite movies from childhood. The cool thing is that my daughter saw all of those. But yeah, sorry, to revert back to the previous statement, I like Disney as a value stock as well. I think Disney is going to take over the world in 100 years or so. And I think the pullbacks we're getting are from coronavirus. But no, I agree for sure. Almost afraid to go grocery shopping. Remember when you laughed at the preppers?
One thing that I would say is that, the market is just, I think, late, having a late reaction. I think we got a little rip up there the last couple of days when the coronavirus was essentially supposed to scare the market. And then now it's coming in. Some people say it's the California one. But I really saw a report last night that and this is speculation, but I saw a report last night. I was watching major news on TV. I forgot the actual channel, but they were talking about how traders had gotten a report that the FDA was getting low on certain vaccinations, and that shortage of supply really started spooking investors. Why? Because these traders know that if we're gonna get shortage of supply, that means this is starting to get bad. That means that even the vaccines that they're trying to use and the supplies that they're using right now, it's not doing anything, and they need more of it. And then if we get hit and we can't find the medicine, that's when things are gonna get really bad.
Yep.
And so I think the traders got a report on that, and they jumped on it. Some people could say that's inside trading. It's really not inside trading. It's more along, hey, you know the right people, you can get the right information quicker than a lot of people. And that news hasn't been really talked about. You can find it if you look around, but the FDA did release a report saying that, yeah, they're starting to run short on certain vaccinations, certain supplies already.
Oh, for sure. I know the mask industry is super hard to find masks right now.
Yeah, there's this one company that said that they're making, I think, over 130,000 a day, and it's still not enough to meet their demand.
Yeah, APT, which is Alpha Protect, sold like 15 million in the last few weeks. So yeah, they're banking right now off of it. But
yeah, and at the end of the day, guys, this is gonna be a time where I would look at the best stocks. You always look at the best stocks when the market's weak. Why? Because those are the stocks that are eventually going to come back, regardless if we go down and down and down. Like let's say in Amazon, Amazon can take a really big drop, but it doesn't mean that it's not going to come back.
Yeah, for sure.
It's actually been holding really well, and you could see Amazon drop big today.
Right. I mean, Amazon's just dropping because a lot of the time, like the products and goods that are sold on Amazon specifically are usually, like, the way Amazon works is people create private label products for what's called Amazon FBA, and those are the products you buy on Amazon a lot of the time. And a lot of the time, those products are outsourced from Alibaba, which is a website that connects Chinese suppliers with potential businesses. So I can buy like any type of private label product. Suppliers in China will stamp my logo on like a yoga mat. If I wanted to start a yoga mat company, they'll stamp my logo on it, and they'll ship Amazon warehouse like a bunch of yoga mats with my logo on them, and I can sell them for a huge markup and make a bunch of money. And that's usually what's sold on Amazon. And so with all that being said, with the coronavirus outbreak specifically in China, that is going to short-term influence Amazon's business for sure. But once the coronavirus clears up, if and when, you should see Amazon bounce back, I think. At least that's my speculation on it. But yeah, man, the SPY's at 289 now. But yeah, I think Disney, let me see, Disney at 100 now. I think people are going to stay home and they're going to buy Disney. They're going to watch Disney movies. And so I think Disney will come back up. I think Disney took a huge drop. Let me see if there's any catalyst behind that. But I kind of agree with you in that regard that Disney's going to bounce back up here. Once this is all settled, whenever that is, if and when. I know we got Joe over there saying it's going to be the end of the world. But I don't know. Let me see. Plus, I think this year specifically, the new Mandalorian's coming out. Virus lasts 9 days on surfaces. We don't know that specifically. Amazon crashed to $5 in 2000. Yeah, well, Amazon was only 5 years old in 2000. Yeah, sold out for days, and hand sanitizers. Businesses will close, homes will get foreclosed, a nation of homelessness. I mean, I don't think... We'll see. Like I said, I think it all depends on... I think this big move in the market, like I said earlier, I think it's really going to be dependent on how long the coronavirus lasts and how severe it gets in the U.S. I think the drop is because of the new releases on the coronavirus, and I think that's going to influence the market more than anything, and that's going to make technical levels a little bit less significant as it's caused by the pandemic in the U.S. is basically what the deal is, I think. But again, that's me speculating as well. What's up, Daniel? We're just hanging out, bro. IGER CEO just stepped down.
one thing that I've always been looking for is if this disease was going to spread another way. And I think that's really the main concern now, is what's going to happen. Are we really going to start seeing an outbreak? I think if we see an outbreak, we'll see another wave down. If we don't see an outbreak, it starts getting towards the bottoms. Like I talked about, I think the real concerning price point is around 280s. If we get through 280s, you're going to start seeing some people really worry, because it gets into the multi-year profit thing that I talked about, where certain investors, if you got in like 2016, now your account looked really positive from one day and now is in the red. Hold on a second, gotta deal with the puppy's life.
Yeah, no stress. Joe says, pull your head out of the sand, dude. I mean, listen, like I said, I'm scared of this virus. Don't get me wrong. Like, I am nervous and worried about this virus, obviously. And I think anybody that lives in the U.S. that claims that they aren't is lying to themselves. But at the same time, though, I don't think until things are verified, even as skeptical as you are over the government, until things are verified and confirmed, I don't think there's any point in just throwing out ridiculous numbers that, like I said, a lot of the time, these are speculative numbers. Like, we don't know whether they're accurate or not, and so saying them like they're completely 100% reality is not responsible. And again, I think a lot of it boils down to, like I said, that kind of Alex Jones style mentality and ideology, where they push stuff regardless of whether they know if it's true or not, because panic causes sales and views. And I think that in the end, I would much so rather be responsible and wait for confirmed statistics as opposed to just speculated ones. You know what I mean? And I think that is important for people to do and be responsible with. Like I said, I'm still scared for this virus, but in the end, I'm going to wait until we see some hard numbers, some hard confirmed numbers from it. And yeah, the government could be hiding some of those, and that's understandable, but I do think that I got to try to be responsible with the platform and not cause too much of a panic, you know? Right, and that's the same. That's what I'm thinking. Which is that the mortality rate is largely because it exasperates a previous condition of the patient. Pneumonia mortality rate below senior age is 0.5%. Yeah, and it's also what's also going to skew the mortality rate is people that have the virus that don't get seen. Right? And so the people that go to the doctor and that go to the hospitals are ones where it is serious enough for them to have to go there. And so I think that if you just look at all the most serious cases of it, the people that actually have to go to the doctor, then the mortality is going to be skewed in the upward direction. You know, and I think that's going to be a very self-evident thing as well. And so, like I said, acting like 5% of everybody that catches it dies, I don't think is necessarily responsible. And I think that there's some very obvious skewing nuances of, you know, the virus in general that we have to be aware of and treat and look at reasonably and objectively. What's up, Texas? Beginner trading, good time to go hang out with thousands at the rodeo the next 2 weeks. Hey, you gonna be there, bro? We can meet up, man. I'll go to the rodeo, dude. My girlfriend is working from home today because of the broken water main. Did you see that, John? Nah, what happened, JB? What's up, Adam? Nah, that's Mitch's, man. Mitch's got the little pup. That little pup. What's up, Lewis? What's up, Outsiders? Watching it around 67.50. It's overwhelming medical systems. Yeah, and that's plausible, you know? Like I said, though, I think people got to understand, like if you really think about it, guys, like people that go to the doctor from this, and I'm going to go ahead and go over the ETF preview if I have it, but the people that go to the doctor are the most severe cases from it, right? And so those most severe cases are going to have a higher mortality rate than just, you know, John Smith who catches it at his house and doesn't need to go to the doctor because it's not severe enough. Right? And so you're not going to see all the people that don't go to the doctor. You're just going to see the most severe cases, which are understandably going to have a higher mortality rate, and you have to look at it in that regard. What's up? What's up, Mitch? What'd you say? What's up, Best? What's up, Game Face? What's up, man? What's up, Douglas? Good morning, brother. What's up, bro? So yeah, I can go ahead and look at the market news. We can all see what the market's doing today, though. Let me see if there's an ETF preview. There is an ETF preview. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read this, and this is just quoting from MT Newswires. It says, quote, stock futures extended their losses ahead of the opening bell as the impact of the coronavirus on the global economy continues to rattle markets. Global growth will likely fall to its lowest in nearly a decade this year, weighed down by the coronavirus outbreak, according to Bloomberg News. And meanwhile, Nigeria confirmed its first case of the infection from the coronavirus, the first in sub-Saharan Africa. A separate Bloomberg report said the death toll reached more than 2,800 and confirmed cases hit more than 83,000 worldwide. The number of patients that died in China rose to 2,778, the report added as well. And that's all quoting, and again, that's end quote, and it's all quoting from MT Newswires. To go ahead and look at a few other stuff here. Commodities, we have crude that is down almost 4%. The U.S. oil fund is down 3%. Natural gas is down 2.6%. The U.S. natural gas fund is down 0.8%. Gold, like usual when the market tanks, is up roughly 1.2%, while the Spider Gold Trust is down 0.6%. Silver's up 3% roughly, and iShares Silver Trust is down 3%. And so, yeah, that's the market news today, guys. Big drop. We're down to 288s. At the very least, we should get some volatility today, I would think. And, yeah, we'll see if we can end the week up. Hey, appreciate it, K. Gifford. Thank you, sir. Tiny Trader says, like any flu, the real old, young, and unhealthy folks will suffer the most from this. Yep, 100%. That's who it's really going to be. It's going to influence the older population more because they are more susceptible to disease and you know they are definitely more severely impacted by it. And so, like I said, is it scary? Yes. Is it the end of the world? Probably not, guys. Probably not. So let's not, let's look at it objectively. Am I still going to probably keep my kids home from school until this whole thing is straightened out? Almost certainly, Here, I got to put my previous closing price chart on here, brother. On two-way, let me get that up. Like I said, guys, if anybody wants the previous closing script, my man Two-Way's been dropping some dope scripts in our Thinkorswim script share on Discord. And so let me post this, the previous closing price. Check this out. It's a script that adds the previous closing price to any chart I have. And so check it out. I'm going to add it right here. Go to apply. I added that script. Go to apply. Boom. There's the previous close. Look at that. Beautiful. Shout out to my man Two-Way. I just wonder if it does it to all my charts or if it's just one. I'd like to get it to do it to all my charts automatically. Let me see. Add study. Where's the little beaker? There it is. Edit studies. There it is. Alright. Let me go ahead and add it here. There we go. Maybe you should save that study, I'm guessing, right? Save study set. There we go. Let me see. There we go. Alright guys, we got 2 minutes left, 2 minutes, let's do this. Sorry, I'm trying to get this previous closing price script on here. But shout out to my man Two-Way for dropping that on us. Two-Way also had the largest gain he ever had with I don't know if it means 6 months. We'll see. It just depends on how bad it gets, to be honest, man. It just depends on how bad it gets. That's what's going to dictate it. Like I said, it just depends on how bad that gets. Alright, let me get this stuff ready here. Let's get this rolling. Like I said, yesterday was my first losing day in like a week. I lost $5 in gross profit, which is still small, but I blame my wife making me shave my beard. You know, I shave my beard, I lose for the first time in a week. Can't be a coincidence, team. Can't be. Yeah, we can look on the bright side. Optimism, Netron. Stocks are getting cheaper, sir. You know, stocks are getting cheaper. But yeah, Two-Way had his largest win ever. Let me see what he had it on swing trading AHPI. So congrats to my man Two-Way for swing trading this bad boy right here. Ooh, man, I didn't even notice this. Two-Way, are you still holding this thing, bro? Are you still holding this thing, man? Dang, dude, this thing's ripped up. Ugh, man, I wonder if this is tradable. I feel like I sounded like Joe Dirt right there. Dang. But yeah, it's not tradable for me, unfortunately. But look at that move. All right, here comes the bell, guys. We got 15 seconds. Let's do this. We also have NNVC, which I think is tradable too here. All right, guys, there's the bell. The SPY is one I'm certainly watching. Hey, appreciate the sub, Bob. What's up, brother? Appreciate it, man. Thank you, sir. I'm just here for the vibes, Alan. This guy is hilariously awesome. Thank you, sir. I know. I'm a genius over here, man. You know, you don't have to say it. I know. I know, sir. Thank you, man. You know, dare I say, am I flexing on people like yesterday? Man, look at this green screen.
Probably gonna take an attempt here on GOLD.
Yeah, I'll throw you up. Let's see. There we go. What's up, Rhetorical Beats? What's up, brother? Anybody holding VIR? No, I'm not. Hey, green is good Two-Way. 8K is a huge game, brother, so congrats, man. Shout out to my man Bob with the sub. Thank you, sir. Appreciate the sub, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Yeah, I also wonder how the market's going to influence the stream. You know, I wonder how the market's going to influence the stream. I think a lot of people are going to be sitting on their hands and not trading. And so we might see our numbers drop a little bit after this crazy move. APT, Alpha Pro Tech dropping big. Is it halted at the open? It is. So Alpha Pro Tech, APT, which is that medical mask company, just dropped from 37.40s down to 32.29s, and it's halted immediately on that drop. And so that is something to consider. I think APT is tradable. I think Luke mentioned it this morning. Yeah, it is tradable. So maybe something to consider here for APT. Halted though on the way down. Flex away, yeah. Why not VIR? VIR was just getting halted nonstop yesterday, just extremely risky. I saw Ross from Warrior Trading lost like almost 20 grand on it. And it's just super risky yesterday, super tough to trade, and unnecessarily risky for me. Just not one-on-one trade.
Beautiful breakout there, GLD, gold moving up. I really didn't get a chance to get an entry there. I would have loved to have gotten like 46 or 44s, but it broke out to 80s, so looking for that same pricing now.
NNBC, which is a coronavirus stock, dropping down. It's at 1095. Big drop. I'm pretty sure that one's tradable for us too, but it's down to 1090, so making a pretty big downward move here. SPY's moving back up, which is good for our economy. SPY's at 290.91 too. What does halted mean? Halted just means that they paused the stock because of too high of volume. At least the volatility halt means that. They can also halt it from like news or earnings release or anything like that. But it just means, what's up, Bailey? Good morning. It just means that they stop the stock. They stop the stock's movement, usually for 5 minutes. And most of the time, it's due to volume, like unusually high volume. But APT is halted on the way down. It's at 32.20s. Yeah. What's up, Ray Ray? I mean, we're a minute or less delayed. We're not that long. We're not super delayed. We have to be delayed for trade ideas. I appreciate it, Bailey. Good luck to you as well. SPY's up to 291.70s. I'm looking at AMD for a potential VWAP bounce based off of pre-market support there at 41.90s, and I think if the market keeps moving up, that's going to help AMD to rip up here to 42.50 or so. That's a little bit late. I would have preferred to get in at 42, and it's pretty early for me to trade, but I am looking at that. We'll see what else we can get today.
Gold didn't come to VWAP there. I was waiting for it. Look at that breakout. Sucks. About 2 cents off there. I would have got in there.
Yeah. Nobody's fault though. It's just kind of, sometimes it's not gonna hit you.
Just there's this trader that stepped up there at 18.59 and he put in 100,000 shares. And that didn't let it get to VWAP. It was on its way. He just bought it up, scooped it up.
Ton says, I bought 100 shares of AHPI and I'm down $1,000. What the F? Oh man, I don't mean to laugh, but man, that's tough, bro. That's super hard, man. I think I'm not trying to make your loss worse, brother, but I think AHPI is a really good lesson on analyzing the range of a stock. Because even with 100 shares, you can risk, like he said, $1,000, and AHPA has a huge range. I had a very similar thing happen to me. When I first got started trading, I tried to trade an IPO, and I was already up like $100, and I instead bought like 20, 30 shares, maybe it was like 50 shares of a recent IPO, thinking that it was a very small share size that I wasn't risking that much. And literally within like 30 seconds, I was down like $400 or $500 because it had such a huge range, and I didn't understand that like the range is what matters. Even if it's just 50 shares, if the stock has a huge range, I could be down a huge amount. And, after that, it taught me to analyze the range of a stock. But I'm sorry to hear that, brother. I'm not saying you don't do that. You might have took that swing. I'm not saying that you didn't understand it or anything. But it just happens, brother. So hang in there, bro. You'll bounce back, man. Don't stress it. There's AMD's beautiful breakout. Ripped over that 42.50. Called that one out. Just wasn't quite low enough for me to get in.
Gold, come back. Come on. This is like the one trade I was looking at this morning. The only one I felt that was really positive. So it's kind of really upsetting that it didn't drop there 2 or 3 cents there. So I wanted to go hard on this stock, 500 shares. You just have to look for another gold. You can't trade this one unless it gets down towards 1850s.
Yeah, there's like AU, I think. AU is one. I think NUGT is an ETF, maybe.
See, the problem is that on the other ones, I'm not getting the patterns that I like to see. So then it would be trading a completely off pattern, off strategy. So That's why I really wanted gold, because it pulled back so much yesterday. I mean, it looked really good to pop up today to 1905s.
Adley says, "Are you under the boil water rule?"
No.
Yes.
My water is great.
Oh. You know. I don't know.
My water is great here in Colorado. You could drink from the tap.
Yeah. Texas, my water's good here too. Tap water's safe.
Yeah, there's some people that, yeah.
What I was going to say, back in Louisiana, man, when I lived closer to New Orleans, that water is not good at all. Tap water's terrible over there, bro. Tap water's bad in Louisiana. But here in Texas, the tap water's actually good.
There's that move, 1905s. That right there was a beautiful, beautiful look. Pre-market, just not executed out the gates.
Ton says, "I'm stressing my life. It's halted more than 5 minutes." It could be a 10-minute halt, and 10-minute halts do happen. This thing was halted at 8:30, so this thing was halted at the bell this morning. It might resume in the next minute, and so be careful. Because, yeah, it might resume in the next minute. A lot of the time, they might be 10 or 15-minute halts even. Let me look up the catalyst for you, bro. For AIMT? Or no, for AHPI, you said, right? Yeah, it's just a volatility halt. It'll be back, I'm sure, within the next minute. And so I'd be watching for it, brother. But yeah, it looks like a volatility halt, which just means too much volume. Slowed it down. Doing taxes today, blah. Yeah, I'm probably gonna extend mine to October, so I can delve a little bit deeper into mine. But I'm at the point where I gotta pay money for taxes, so it's no fun for me. I hate taxes. I had the best well water in I can't even say that. Washington. Yeah, Canada had some good water. I've lived in Houston, or I've lived in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario for, a year or two. Good water. Houston had a pipe burst affecting 50% of the people. Did it really? Let me look that up because I'm in the Houston area. Loop 610 mainlands roads flooded by broken water line in East Houston. Yeah, that's not going to affect me. I'm a little bit too north for that. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't use tap water anyway. But all right, there's the resumption. Yeah, AHPI was a 10-minute halt. There's the resumption. That thing is just such a huge range, man. That thing is so big, like such a monstrous range. It's got like, number one, this thing's gone up like 700% in pre-market, or close to that. Not quite 700%. It's gone up roughly 500% in just pre-market. And it's been moving at a ridiculous range for AHPI, so just be careful, bro. That thing could drop a lot more. It could rip up, but it could drop too, so just be careful. Yeah, my daughter's mad at me, Tiny, because, or my wife's mad at me because I had to cancel my dermatologist appointment yesterday because she wanted me to get a skin check to make sure I don't have skin cancer, but she's mad at me. My daughter had a softball game yesterday, and I wanted to go to it. My daughter barely played. She's a 5th grader, and my daughter's super upset about it because she never got to play. She played, the coach put her in, but I had to teach her. She's in a middle school softball team, and so she's on that team with 5th and 6th and 7th graders, and so the 5th graders rarely play, and that's okay. I told her the whole point is to just get better, but she's still mad about it, but she got to play. I went to her game anyway yesterday instead of my dermatologist appointment. My wife's mad at me now. How do you like Dallas compared to Houston? Never lived in Dallas. Oh, you're talking to Heather, sorry. Holding a put spread on the SPY from a close yesterday. Hey, well, good luck. I use tap water. What I meant to say is I don't drink tap water. is what I meant to say. Check the map of the affected areas. You'll be surprised it's not everywhere, or it's everywhere. All right, let me check it out. Stupid plumbing website. Houston pipe burst affected area. So that's what you were talking about the water boil. I see. No, it's nowhere near me. I'm much north. I'm way north from them. I'm not actually in Houston. Houston's like 45 minutes from me. I'm in a suburb outside of Houston. Houston encompasses a large area, but I'm not. I'm like 45 minutes from Houston or so. I'm in a suburb right outside of Houston. SPY's pulling back here. It's at 290s, 85s now. AMD pulled back exactly to the VWAP. Actually looked really pretty for that VWAP bounce there on AMD. A little bit too late, but it would have followed through already. Yeah, so AHPI is halted again on the downside. CGC ripping up. Kind of keep an eye on that one. APT respecting the VWAP some. SQ pulling back to it. Whenever I get that previous closing price in here, man. Edit studies. Create. There we go.
Well, I'm glad someone made money on that gold. Good job, Steve.
Save is set. John study. There we go. Alright, now I can add this.
You got MU at VWAP, AMAT at VWAP.
Yeah, I'm trying to add this previous closing price study into all of my charts and then save it so I don't have to keep manually adding it. There we go. Chart study. There we go, that should be all of them. I'm going to save this now before it. There we go. Alright. Alright, so market's bouncing back a little bit to the VWAP. We'll see if it can break back over it or if it gets rejected at VWAP. It's at 291 roughly right now. AMD pulling back over. It might be that rebound bounce strategy, and maybe I'll take a little bit if it sets up. If AMD sets up for the rebound bounce, I might take a little bit of it if it pulls back to like 42.30 here. Hey, Alan, that's a good game, brother. No, I'm not in Huntsville. I actually went out to Huntsville yesterday, though, for my daughter's softball game. So I did go out there. But, no, I'm not in Huntsville. Huntsville's much north. Much farther north than where I am. I'm like 45 minutes north of Houston. Alright, so I'm looking at AMD here, guys. And if AMD pulls back to the VWAP, I might jump in with a little bit here. It's going to be very small sizing. But I am considering this here on this pullback. I just needed to pull back a little bit more, which it kind of did just now. Oh, man, maybe I missed it. I still want a little bit. Let me see. I could probably take like a few shares. There's 45s. Take 20 shares. Small enough to where I can ride it up if I really want to. I'm just upset that I didn't catch the full position, but this is what I call a rebound bounce setup. And so we'll see. If it drops more, I can scale into it down to like 30 or so, which is really all I'm planning on doing. Alright, I'm going to jump in with another 20 here, and with 40 shares. Just going to take a small trade since it's a little bit early, but...
Good VWAP bounces on AMAT and MU. Probably should help you out.
Yeah, we'll see if it drops some more, man. I'll try to scale into it a little bit more if it does. I'm in with 40 shares. I'm just going to try to slowly scale into it. It's actually pretty volatile today. And so, small size should get the job done, but we'll see. Hey, I appreciate the sub, Y. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Like I said, guys, hit that like and subscribe button, team. Let's bring those numbers up. What are we at right now? Let me see. We are at 42 likes. So hit that subscribe button, guys. Hit that. Click the bell. You'll get a notification every time you go live, and bring that like count up to. Let's get it up to over 100. Yeah, that's where I am, Carter. I don't mean to. I try not to say exactly where I am, but yeah, that's where I am. That's where I'm at, Carter. Close to Conroe, Texas. Yeah, I'm roughly. I'm not technically in the Woodlands. I'm like right. I'm kind of in the Magnolia area, if y'all know where that is. Oh, nice, man. Yeah, I had some friends that live in Kingwood, Texas. Why didn't I take that VWAP fade on AHPI? Because I'm scared to death of AHPI, man. That thing is scary, scary. I'm not trying to touch that bad boy. Alright, here's the move. I just scaled into a little bit more and with 80 shares of AMD here. It's actually been really, really volatile. But in with my little baby 80 shares, and you know, I might risk 20, 30 bucks in this trade. That's okay. Just super volatile on AMD here.
Alright, guys. Two that I like is LK and gold.
Alright, here's the drop. Like I said, AMD dropping quick. Getting a little sketchy here, but this is the pullback that I look for. Again, I might risk 20, 30 bucks on this trade and then bail out of it if it goes against me, but I'll let it test. This is kind of the fake out fade level that I want. I could also risk 42 here, right around 42, the whole dollar. And so I'm kind of questioning what I should do. We'll see. It's going to be small regardless of anything, but I could scale back into some, anticipate the bounce up there to 42.70. The problem is my Thinkorswim's lagging here. My Thinkorswim's lagging a lot, to be honest. The bid is higher than the ask on my chart for some reason, and it's just acting really weird, to be completely honest. I think if my no, there's 40s. I gotta look at the my Thinkorswim's lagging, guys. I gotta use, luckily, my TAFs.
Texas, if this is your kind of truck.
Alright, guys, stupid Ford pop-ups ruining, you know, just playing for no reason, forcing themselves onto my stream. Luckily, it's just an ad, but stupid Ford pop-ups. Alright.
Man, these buyers in gold, they won't let it touch the VWAP. I'm like over here just waiting. VWAP. They just scooped it up again. And the thing is, I'm not trying to chase on this chart. You chase on this chart, you get hurt.
Where's your VWAP?
It's at 1875s.
Yeah, mine's at 1878, 1879. For gold,
Yeah,
so.
it's just annoying. I was trying to buy it there the whole time. Just literally had my hand on the trigger and it just swept up again. There's a 20,000 buyer at 83 and 12,000 buyer at 80s. That's what scooped it up. Didn't even let it get down one more cent, and now I can't get in. This is the only stock I really want to trade, so if I don't get a trade on it, I just might call it a day and take a no trade day. LK looks good, but I need that one to drop to 38.
Alright, so I am in AMD with 100 shares. I jumped in with another 20 shares, and again, I probably just risk off of 42, risk about 50 bucks in it. We'll see. I just got to let it fulfill, though. I think the SPY is going to influence it a lot as well, so I do have to kind of watch the SPY, but we'll give it a little bit of time here, see what happens. CGC is also at the VWAP too. Might be pulling the same kind of thing, but with the VWAP dropping, I got to be a little bit careful here. Still a little early than I usually trade, but I mean, all right, so here's the move. It's getting ready to test those lows at 42. Like I said, that's the level I have to be very firm with, and we're getting a quick drop, and so I'm probably about to jump out of here. I don't want it to break under that whole dollar of 42, and this drop is pretty big. And so hands over the cover button, but Thinkorswim is lagging. Yeah, I got to go by TAF's level 2 because Thinkorswim is just completely lagging. Thinkorswim can't keep up with it.
It's a lot of liquidity coming in the market, a lot of data.
Did it get me out of here? All right, there we go. I'm out. $50 loss. It's tough though because it's like, look at my Thinkorswim chart. Frustrating, but it is what it is. Like I said, the last 2 weeks have been great, and so first losing a few trades. It was a rebound bounce, but I also think I probably traded a little bit too early. I don't think I genuinely trade usually early. I think most of the time I hold it back and I wait a little while. And so, I'm going to wait. If I do trade again, which I probably will, I think I'm just going to wait and trade a little bit later. Maybe like 10:30 market time or so. So we'll wait for that. There's the bounce right at the whole dollar, so it might have just faked me out, but it was just too risky. And considering my level 2 on Thinkorswim was lagging behind and my chart was lagging, I think getting out there was understandable. I do see the SPY dropping pretty big though here. But yeah, like I said, we looked at my stats yesterday. I'm like, that was my 4th losing trade in like a week out of like 13 or 14. So I've been running at like roughly 75 to 80% accuracy. But I think the biggest thing to look for, team, is the SPY. The SPY's testing the lows down there at 287s and 288s. And so I think if the SPY starts to break down here, it's going to drag a lot of these other mid and high cap stocks down as well. And so I think that's the big thing to watch for, is if the SPY turns to a downward trend, or if it bounces right here and it turns into more like a choppy style trend. But we'll see. Thinkorswim making Ray cry. Maybe it has the coronavirus. Maybe, bro. Plausible. I'm gutless just watching today. Hey, Texas, sometimes being gutless is the right move, bro. Maybe I probably should have been gutless, You really do look like you're 12. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it, man. I guess that's a compliment because I'm over 30. And so I hated looking young all my life, man. I hated looking young all my life. Now, I don't mind it, man. I don't mind it. I'm over 30. I still get carded when I buy nicotine too. And so they literally think I'm less than 18. But that's okay because I'm finally appreciating looking young. Good genes, sir. Good genes. But yeah, hit that subscribe button, guys. We do this live for free every day. Come join us. Smash that like button. Show your support for what we do here. Right now we got roughly 50 likes. So let's bring that number up to over 100, guys. And so smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button. But yeah, the funny thing is actually when, I was at my daughter's softball game yesterday. And all the other parents at my daughter's softball game, they're like in their like 50s. They're like 40s, 50s. And so I go in there, they think I'm like 18. Everybody looks at me and, judges me because I look super young. Doesn't matter though, but softball games with the parents at my daughter's school are interesting. What, Ton? Ton said he was able to get out with hey, look, the bounce, bro, with $100 profit. What was it, AHPI? Was it AHPI? What was it? I hear you talk about it, but I haven't seen you with the shaved face. I told you, bro. I told you, man. If I shave, I look 15, dude. I wasn't lying, man. If I shave, I look 15. All
right, guys. Just took a little snippet here in gold. I'm looking to increase size, though.
Yeah, let me put Mitch up. It was AHPI, right? Yeah. Hey, there you go. Yeah, it just rebounded. Ooh, man. Just the best advice I can give you, Todd. I'm happy you got out with a profit, brother. But the best advice I can give you is just like me when I made that error when I first got started, is just analyze the range from now on, brother. Unless you meant to risk that much, analyze the range from now on, brother. Because it doesn't matter how much the stock is. It doesn't matter how little share size you buy. If the range is big enough, you could lose your entire account with 50 shares, 100 shares. And so just always analyze the range, which is just looking at the high and low of the previous few days, right? Basically how much that stock has moved in the previous few days. At the same time, I do think with AHPI though, the range kind of came out of nowhere in pre-market. So I don't necessarily think it's your fault. And so I don't mean to sound condescending if I do. I just mean, I just know when I did the same thing, one of the biggest lessons I got from it is to analyze the range. But again, I think AHPI is a little bit of an outlier in that the range really only picked up in pre-market and extended hours. So I don't think it's anybody's fault, really. I think just kind of a crazy move that it made.
Huge bids there put up on 62, 60s. I saw thousands get put up on the level 2. So that's a massive, massive, massive sizing there.
Did they ask for your ID when you go buy beer? Yes, they do. They certainly do. I'm looking at SQ for maybe a rebound bounce. I do like the confirmed level at 1720 or so, right there for SQ. But SQ doesn't really move like I like it. It's not the same type of moves that I generally take. And so I might wait on that one. How's the music versus how we sound? Let me know.
Alright guys, just grabbed another little snippet there. Taking my shot here. My one and done shot today. Let's see what happens, guys.
I made $300 profit with 1,000 shares on DYNT on that second pullback at 742. I'm done for the day. Hey, yeah, hang it up, bro. That's a good idea, man. Good work. Nice job, brother. Thinkorswim that keeps disconnecting. Yeah, I gotta. When I trade, I've been using the TEFs level 2 because Thinkorswim has been all over the place this morning. Yeah. Do you think Tesla will keep going down or bounce back? I think Tesla is just getting influenced by supply chain disruption from the coronavirus, just like most of the other stocks in the market right now. And so, I don't know, to be honest. Do I like Tesla? Yeah. Do I think it's going to bounce back? I think it was kind of high beforehand. And that's the only reason I'm a little bit more skeptical of whether it's going to bounce back fully. And, only time will tell, I guess.
All right, guys, got a hold right here. Risking a significant amount. Let's see if this comes back. Just the level 2 and my charts don't match, so. Having trouble keeping to what I was going to keep. There you go. It's not matching, so I'm just gonna get out. There's a big loss there, guys. Huge loss there for me.
And don't stress, brother. Tomorrow's a new day, or Monday is.
It's literally gold. I would have taken it all through here, but I took it when it finally came to VWAP. The strategy didn't work.
You're watching Big Lots, Bailey. Let me see. Yeah, it's a tough market, man. Market's been super volatile.
Yeah, that's a huge loss. Definitely should not be losing that much, but that's just how it's been going.
Yeah, I don't hate big lots there, Bailey. I just think I like the way it's maintaining a trend. It's hard to see this one actually because the gap is so big. I like big lots because it's gapping down so much, and so I think the extension's a little bit on the upside or downside now, but it just depends. I'm gonna wait. The SPY's kind of cracking under lows, and so I'm just gonna wait for some stuff right now. Market kind of ran up all morning.
Not making sense. I don't know how gold doesn't go up today. This market is beyond frustrating right now.
Yeah, I mean, market ran up some this
strategy
morning.
Working.
But yeah, market ran up some this morning and then just kind of turned around. Took a dive. I got caught in the AMD, same type of thing. Tesla breaking lows, it's down to 611. We'll see what happens with it, but I'm gonna wait and let the market pick a trend. If we get a pullback to the VWAP and the market picks a trend, I'll like it a little bit better. Holding strong, my shares like a champ, not selling any. Hey, do you better? You got this, you know. And so yeah, right now, guys, I'm basically waiting for the market to confirm a trend. And so market's been in a little bit broke lows here at like 287s, and I think I'm gonna wait for a confirmed downtrend before I trade anything. We'll see what we get, but I think market pushed up and ran up, and then the market pushed down and broke lows. And so for now, there's no real confirmed trend. I mean, we've been down. The market's been below the VWAP for the last few minutes or so. But I'm waiting instead for the market to confirm a trend first, and it needs to confirm a trend. Market just bounced a little bit here though, but we need a confirmed trend before I trade, because if the market's just going to cross above the VWAP and then back below it and then back above it, then it's not really confirming a trend, and it's just going to be sideways. And so, you know, that's all I'm really waiting on now. Microsoft short at the VWAP, Tesla put. Hey, I hope you kill it, Gideon. Nice work. Made enough last month for a year. Hey, nice, better. Microsoft shorted VWAP, King. Let me see. So with this would be what I call a VWAP rejection, King. And so VWAP rejection is when you have an upward trend. Whoa, and my Thinkorswim is just acting kind of weird this morning. I'm gonna have to pull up and then pull back down. Alright, but yeah, and so that's what I would look for. It's just VWAP rejections are, I don't tend to prefer them as much. Like, everybody has their own style, so to speak. VWAP rejections, in my opinion, don't work as well, at least in the stocks I trade. I don't know about Microsoft though. They might work better in Microsoft, but just for my style, it's just not quite my style. And the reason it's not is because this is still kind of an upward trend. I mean, we're below the VWAP, but the low of the day's down here, you know, and so it's not like we broke any. We haven't broke a low of the day at all today. We haven't broke that opening range low at all today, and so I'm still kind of more so inclined to think it's in an upward trend until we break that, if that makes sense. And so that's what I'm really kind of waiting on. And again, I think the market's going to influence it a lot, but I'm just waiting for a confirmed trend before I trade right now. And like I said, I'm not saying whether Microsoft won't or will or won't work. I'm just saying it's not really my style to trade. And so I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel confident in trying to predict the direction because it's just not really, it's by the VWAP, but it's kind of in the middle range. And so kind of sideways, I guess. I'm kind of looking at CGC. CGC is the one where I don't hate it. If I do take it, it's going to be a pretty small size. And I could probably risk off of like 1780s here, you know, for like a 10-cent risk in CGC with like 100 shares, maybe risk like $10. That's the only thing I'm super confident in. I mean, jump in while I can. All right, I'm in with 100 shares of CGC. But again, Thinkorswim's kind of lagging, you know, so I'll let it work, but I'm not super confident in any of these, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. Gold really not making sense today. We're just getting nothing but kind of fake outs both ways. So that's going to happen sometimes. But I definitely agree with you. It's not making sense for sure.
Yeah, it's weird. Level 2 on Thinkorswim's lagging, certainly behind.
It's not only Thinkorswim. Everything's lagging.
Yeah, it must be the market. And there's trust
Everything. It's just way overload on data. My TC don't match my TEFs, and the TEFs won't match the TC. It's just off right now.
Yeah.
I've never seen it this off, but
there's 78. Like I said, I'm just in with 100 shares of CGC. Very small. So are big players winners when the market is down? I mean, it all depends. Everybody in trading has their own kind of style and niche, so to speak. Some traders are more short biased. Some go long. Just because the market is down doesn't mean all the other stocks are down too. Like, we've got some other stocks that are pushing up, and so it all depends on their kind of style and their preference in trading. And everybody has a little bit different style and preference, so to speak. And so it's hard to say, like, firm whether big traders are up or down today. It just depends on their preference style. Some are going to be up, some are going to be down, and that's just kind of how trading is. That's the, you know, it's just kind of how versatile traders are in general. All right, so there's the drop in CGC. Not a bad little move. Quick drop. Nice little drop. I'll take it. I'm going to hold, but there's the drop I was kind of looking for. Drop a little bit more, I'll scale out of some and just try to give it that time. Hopefully we won't get a bounce at the low of the day here, but there's a big drop, so there's 61s. 58s. Let's see if the ask can come down some. Gonna take half off pretty soon here though, just to get out of most of it. Yeah, I'm gonna take half off there. Just gonna hold the last little bit, let it work. Make a little gain from it. Like I said, I'm just gonna toying around until I see something that works. But not a bad little VWAP rejection style move here. A little bit of a rejection, but it's kind of, it broke the low of the day, and so it's a little bit different. But can't find an entry. Stock's hugging the VWAP. Yeah, for sure. It's definitely a trickier day, I'd say that. Tesla pulling back to the VWAP kind of looks like a fade, but I'm not going to test the dragon today. AMD on VWAP. Yeah, AMD though. The problem I have with it is that low it put in just now is so low. As weird as that sounds. But that would just mean if I'm going long, it would mean my risk is way too big. If I'm going short, you know, I could probably risk some up there, but it's not really a pattern that I trade usually. So right now I'm just kind of hanging out. We got 58 likes. Let's bring that number up to over 100 today, guys. Everybody smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button. We do this live every day. You know, we're not experts or gurus. We just teach people what works for us, team. And so if you appreciate what we do here, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't. We've been growing like crazy. Yesterday, I think we got like 50 subscribers. And so just remember to hit that subscribe button, guys, if you haven't. If you click the bell also as well, guys, you'll get a notification every single time we go live, which is every single weekday morning right here on YouTube for free. And so show your support. We're just a free resource and community here. And we just try to teach people what works for us, teach people what doesn't work as well. And, you know, show your support for our free resource and community here, guys. We hope you'll watch us again. We're going to stick around. I'm going to stick around, see what else we can trade. We are getting a bounce here in CGC. Maybe I could add back into it, but if I do add any more, I got to risk off of that 81 level, which is about 10 cents away. SPY pulling back a little bit, and so I think that's what's influencing some of these, or bouncing back, I should say. GILD right up past your entry. Ready for a flex? Yeah, I'm ready. JB. I'm ready, sir, always. Right, so here's a 74 pullback. I'm going to short into this 75 level. Back in with 100 shares. We're going to see if we get another quick pullback. Like I said, I'm risking 81, so I'm risking 6 cents away. Keeping it tight. Hey, I appreciate the sub. Let me see who subbed. Appreciate it. Appreciate the sub, Christopher. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it, man. Welcome to the stream, bro. Welcome to the team, man. Alright, SPY pulling back to that 288.60s here. Hey, I appreciate the sub, Jennifer. Welcome to the team. I appreciate it. Thank you. What's up, Alex? Yeah, it's a tough day, Bailey. For sure. I'm getting pretty close to my risk here, which is again at roughly 82 with the last little bit, because I'm keeping it about break even. And so we're at 79s. I'm just going to jump out if it breaks 82. Keep it almost exactly break even. Live to trade another day. There's 80s. I'm out. Broke my high. Kept it exactly break even though. Somehow I got filled below there. Must be the level 2. But I'll take it. Exactly break even trade. Alright, but we are getting a SPY pullback here. Cool, guys. It is cold in my house. I'm gonna go get a sweater and see why my wife turned down the AC. So I'll be right back, guys. It's cold.
Guys. Space, VWAP bounce there. MU, VWAP bounce. Looking at okay. Yeah, it's one of those tough days out there today, guys. That definitely is true. Definitely a tough day. I agree with you, Texas. It's a hard market right now.
All right, I'm back. Ooh, man, it's cold in my house. Ooh, man. All right, so SPY's at 2280 or 288.60s here.
We could get a pop up. Let's see what happens. Yeah, space ripping out there. I agree with you, Texas. I know there's some longer term guys in there, but probably at lower pricing. I don't think they're buying up 21s. That's literally a momentum buy up.
Hey, appreciate the sub 012345 Steph. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. But yeah, look at the SPY, guys. SPY bouncing back a little bit. We'll see if it confirms that trend or not. If it does, it may be time for me to take some shorts.
All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and take a second here, guys. If you guys want to trade with the broker that John and I trade every single day, we use TradeNet. What they do is they actually give you funded packages that will go ahead and let you go ahead and trade as much buying power as $14,000 with the smallest package. You know, this is great for new traders, especially if you're trying to go ahead and start trading live. You know, a lot of traders are stuck only going one side. With TradeNet, you have the ability of trading short or long, anything that is tradable. That's definitely going to help you out. Go ahead and trade the strategies that you want to trade. It's going to help you trade any stock from high caps to mid caps to low caps. You know, we don't have too many penny stocks. That is one negative, but if it does trade a high volume, you probably will get it tradable. I know we have some tradable like CLVS and stuff like that are penny stocks rippers, even stocks as low as $3 like WKHS. So if you want to go ahead and check out a broker or a package that can actually help you in your trading so that you can go ahead and start trading live, definitely check out TradeNet.
Yeah, for sure. It's the cheapest way you can get started with no PDT rule, in my opinion. You know, new traders ask me all the time, hey, I got $500. What should I do? How can I trade? How can I day trade? How can I get started with $500? And you know, the intro package on TradeNet is $3.99, I think, right now. Some people probably could get it for $3.75, but for less than $400, basically, really it's an educational package first and foremost. And so you get a course, you get a demo account to trade with, you get access to their chat room. But then you get to contract with them, and that's when you get approved for the funded account. And so again, for the base package, which is $3.99, you get $14,000 to trade with for your funded account. They give you $14K to trade with. There's no PDT rule, and you could short stocks. And I think it's the cheapest way to get started. It's much cheaper than what new traders usually end up doing, which is deposit thousands into a regular conventional platform, and a lot of times they're just going to lose that. And so instead, you can risk $400, get a bigger account, get to day trade in short stocks. It operates like a prop firm, and so they are going to keep 30% of your profit, but they're giving you $14,000 to trade with for $400 essentially. And so, you know, it's understandable if they're giving you that much buying power that they're going to take a percentage of your profit, like a prop firm. And there is a $700 max loss, and so if you go under $13,300, they close you down. But it's just the cheapest way, in my opinion, to get started. And so if you want to help support us and check them out, here's the link. You can go check them out. And yeah, this is not just for US customers. Like, people, you know, all over the world can use TradeNet and TEFs. I think it's just the cheapest way. But yeah, a lot of penny stocks aren't tradable, and that's the biggest flaw in my opinion. But stocks like APT, you can trade APT on there, NNVC. You can trade long and short on these. And so, you know, I think it's worth it. All right, so the SPY is kind of confirming that downward trend here. AMD is kind of setting up for a long, but I don't know if I like it just from what the SPY is doing, so I think I'm just going to wait. Ray has a TradeNet account. Just want as much trading before I lose it. There's always outliers. I'm just saying, you guys know better. If you've traded for long enough, you guys know. You guys know how it is. Like, when you first get started trading, you're almost certainly going to lose your account. Like, any new trader, most new traders are just going to lose their first few accounts. It's going to take them a while. Because on average, it takes years to develop your skill set in trading. That takes years. It's not something you pick up immediately. You know. I'm not making money right now. I mean, I'm losing money. I mean, prior till yesterday, I was making money. But yesterday, been kind of, I probably lost like $55 in gross profit today and yesterday. So not much, but the market's just not favorable, I don't think, right now. Not today, at least. And so until we get some type of movement. Fridays are usually my worst trading days anyway, though. But prior to yesterday, I was green like almost every single day. Yesterday was my first losing day in gross profits in like 6-7 days.
All right, getting towards that 10:30 time. That's probably going to do it for me, guys. Like always, guys, definitely stay up with the Discord. That's how you can reach out to us after the stream and 24/7. You can reach out to us on the weekend, talk some charts up. We'll definitely keep a close eye on the overall market. We'll see if some sellers come into the market at the end of the day today, as a lot of people will be worried throughout the weekend on their investments, on what's going to happen with the coronavirus.
Yep. Carter said, my first trade was a halt. Was not good. Minus 2K. Yeah. That's about right. Sounds about right. It's about like me. My first trade. I remember my first trade was actually a green trade, and I should have just ended the day. I remember my first trade, I think I made like $20. Like momentum trading penny stocks on SureTrader. I made like $20 on my first trade. And I probably should have just hung it up, but I didn't. Naturally, as a new trader, I kept pushing, and I ended up losing like $250 my first day and just being devastated. And so, yeah, that's kind of how it goes.
Probably better than my first trade. My first trade, my computer froze.
Oof, man.
And I was up $170 and stuck in a stock with 1,000 shares and a computer frozen.
Yeah. That's 1,000 shares, man. Like I said, single biggest mistake new traders make, buying too big of sizing when you first get started. If you're a new trader watching, please listen. Do not try to copy your favorite guru and trade with 1,000 shares for your first trade. If you have never traded before and you're watching the stream, or even if you just got started trading and you're watching the stream, I know you might have dreams of making money in the first month. I know you might think you're going to take $1,000 deposit, because that money means a lot to you, I'm sure, and turning it into $1 million. I get it. Take my advice. Do not trade large. Trade small as a new trader. Trade small. Buy 500. Buy 50 shares. Buy 20 shares, depending on the range of the stock. Buy a small share size relative to the range. Do not trade with 500 or 1,000 shares just because you're rushing to make money too quickly. That's the best advice I can give. And that's what new traders need to hear, because in the end, that's the single biggest thing that hurts new traders, because they trade too big and they never get that experience because they end up trading too big. They lose their account. Their account's gone in a few days before they really gain any market experience whatsoever. And then they just say, oh, this is rigged, or it's John and Mitch's fault, or it's TradeNet and Taft's fault, or it's TD Ameritrade's fault, or it's the market's fault, or whatever it is. It's nobody's fault. It's you're trading too big. You're trading too large. You got to take the time to learn how to trade, and that takes time, team. You know, it's not something you're going to get rich quick off of. And hey, nice, Nathan. Nice work, brother. Yeah, it works really well. I don't know about credit spreads tabletop. That's not really my style, brother. So I don't want to tell you the wrong thing, man. CGC kind of view up bouts there. I'm watching that, but in the end, if you look at the whole intraday chart, it's sideways. There might be some other stocks that I'm neglecting here. Let me see. MU. MU had a nice little upward trend today and a nice little rebound bounce. AMRN, that one sucks. Cron, sideways. ENPH, sideways. Roku, sideways. Everything's kind of sideways to me. Especially AMD. Like, look at AMD sideways. And this is what I mean by sideways, guys. I mean, if you look at the whole intraday chart, it's going up to the highs, back down to the lows, back up to the highs, back down to the lows. It's just sideways crossing over and under the VWAP neutral trend. Not really doing much.
Just chop city. Just chopping up all the traders.
Yeah. And so with that, don't want to trade it. The best setup I'm looking at right now is Tesla. As scared as I am to trade Tesla.
There you go. SPY cracking down.
Yep. Confirming a downward trend, and so that might actually be good for some of my strategies here. We just gotta wait.
Yep. You should start seeing some breakdowns now.
Yep. What's up, two-way?
Definitely different market environment than we had at the opening of the year. Bullish strategies not working. I've been trading pretty much long on the worst time of the year. So
yeah, it's just been a tough market.
it's just the Bears are in control right now. They're not letting the Bulls come back, and that hasn't been the story for probably about 6 months. So
I might take a little bit of Tesla here if it can bounce up to like 630. I gotta buy like a share or two. I might buy 2 shares of Tesla. That's it. Because I think if the market continues in the downward trend, Tesla's gonna drop with it. But man, it's tough. Netflix. Yeah, I usually watch Netflix. I just didn't see that one. Like might do the same. John, are you blaming the market when you said it's a tough market? No, because in the end, the market can be a tough market. Like what I'm saying could be true, but in the end, it's not the market's fault. It's the person trading's fault. If it's a tough market, you shouldn't trade. And so, me trading today and some of the trades I took today were my errors, not the market's fault. The market can be tough. The market sometimes is tough for my strategies, but in the end, it's not the market's fault because I'm the one that decided to trade under those conditions. And in the end, it's always the person's fault regardless, you know. I was thinking about shorting Tesla up here, but it never quite bounced to 630. That means you have more to lose, Onyx. And so if you build your account up to 16K, your max loss is essentially $2,700 now. And so, yeah, it doesn't follow you up. Your max loss remains stationary at 13,300 for the intro package. So basically, they give you 14,000. If you go under 13,300, they close you down. And so, but if you turn your account up to 15,000, then your max loss is now essentially 1,700. And so, yeah, it doesn't follow you up. Basically, it stays stationary at 13,300. I know you were joking, Jerome. I know you weren't trying to be, negative. I know you were just messing with me, brother. Like I said, though, I was just clarifying though that doesn't matter how tough the market is. If it's a tough market, you shouldn't trade it, and some of the errors I'm making today are my fault, Basically, stop yelling at me, Jerome. Stop yelling at me, bro. It hurts, man. You're hurting my feelings, dude. Problem with Mir trading 4,000 shares and a newbie blindly following him. I mean, listen, Mir's gonna do his thing, man. Mir's gonna do his thing. Look, here's me buying 2 shares of Tesla. I bought 2 shares of Tesla. But here's the thing, though. Mir's gonna do his thing, and traders shouldn't try to copy him with huge sizing. But that's not Mir's fault. Like, if you're a good enough trader and you can trade with big size and take as many shares as you want, I mean, hey, do you. I'm not mad at you for it. I'm not mad at Mir for that. Mir's making money, man. Let him make money. New traders need to understand, though, that you should be buying very tiny share size as a new trader. You should not be going crazy. You should not be trying to copy, your favorite, educator or guru. You should be buying a few shares and learning how to control your emotions when you trade those few shares. Because in the end, trading is all about mastering your emotions and controlling your emotions. If you trade with too big of sizing, you're going to be all over the place. You're going to exit too soon. You're not going to hold to your reward target. You're going to add when you shouldn't. You're going to refuse to exit because the loss hurts too much. There's just a lot of stuff that can go wrong with bigger sizing as a new trader. And you want to learn to just master your emotion with small sizing first. Like, that's the name of the game. When you first get started, you're just trying to condition yourself to make the right decisions and leave emotions out of it. And in the end, it's a very difficult thing to do, and it takes time. And so if you jump in with 1,000 shares, you're kind of playing with fire in that regard, because 1,000 shares, you can do some damage with your mistakes with 1,000 shares. You could lose hundreds, if not thousands of dollars with your new trader mistakes with 1,000 shares. And so in the end, you want to trade small. You don't want to risk too much as a new trader. You want to just take it slow and not gamble as much, which is what a lot of the time new traders do. And so when you trade too big as a new trader, you're essentially gambling with too much. It's kind of like if you jumped in as a good example is like, if you've never played poker before, don't go try to play 10-5 no limit, right? 10-5 no limit, you're going to be risking thousands and thousands of dollars as a new poker player that doesn't really understand how to play. And so when you lose, you're going to lose big. As a new poker player, you want to jump into like 1 cent, 2 cent, or like a 25-cent sit and goes, and learn to play that way, because even if you make mistakes, it's not going to be the end of the world. Whereas if you jump into 5-10 no limit or 10-5 no limit, then when you lose, you're going to be down thousands and thousands of dollars, and it's not going to be fun, and it's going to be the worst way to learn. And so in the end, just trade small. When do you usually start streaming? Right, this song's dope, right, C Young? Yeah, I like this song, man. When do you usually start streaming? About an hour and a half before the bell. Hour and a half before the open or so. 8:15 market time. Hey, I appreciate the sub though, Robbie. Hey guys, let's bring that like count up to over 100. We got 71 likes in here. Let's bring that like count up to over 100. We need 29 lovely likes. Hit that like button. Yeah. Mark Douglas, Carter. Mark Douglas, the man. Mark Douglas is the man, man. That dude, he was ahead of his time for sure with trading. Mark Douglas had the famous quote. Mark Douglas was one of the first people to look at trading from a statistical perspective, and Mark Douglas had the famous quote, "You get a random distribution of wins and losses in the market." And so with that logic, you have to take every instance of your strategy that presents itself in your sector. You got to take every instance, because if not, you might get caught in the bad random distribution where you get in, sometimes you're going to get a bunch of losses followed by a bunch of wins. And if you don't take each instance, and if you don't trade long enough to have a realistic sample size, then you're going to be hurt by that random distribution of wins and losses. Mark Douglas is the man. Trading in the Zone, one of the best trading books ever written. But yeah. Alright, we're getting a move up on Tesla. Like I said, I'm only holding 2 shares, With 2 shares, I'm down $10, so, $11. I'm gonna let it hit this level up here, 36 or so. Yeah, he was the man. Yeah, that's right. Rest in peace. That's true. Yeah, it was the man. That's right. Rest in peace. Netflix is not a bad little downtrend. Yeah, the issue today, guys, you want to see the biggest issue with a lot of these stocks today. Like, look at these. So AMD, like I said, long-term sideways chart. Slightly gap up, though. It's kind of putting in what kind of looks like a triangle style pattern. It's not a flag because there's not really any pole there. But let me fix this and try to show you guys what I'm talking about here. Maybe that right there. And then we delve a little bit tighter into this. Look at this. Right about there. Consolidation. Yeah, it's a triangle. It's an ascending triangle right here for AMD. Might be a little while before it really connects, though. Yeah, I'm just hanging out here with Tesla. I want to see if we can find some better patterns here that present themselves. But for now, NNVC maybe dropping down some. Yeah, I'm not sure. Sam. I don't think so. But I don't know. I don't think so though. It depends. So on Taft's a demo account will have demo right here. OPGN is a trap. Yeah, OPGN is just a penny stock. I'm not necessarily interested in trading. The best move for OPGN, if you really want to know, guys, and I know it's hindsight trading, so to speak, but like if you really look at the best move for OPGN, it was this symmetrical triangle right around the open. Look how beautiful this thing was, guys. This is probably the prettiest symmetrical triangle I've seen in a long, long time. Look at that. Look how pretty this thing was. Look at this. Perfect. Look at that. Look at that. That's the prettiest symmetrical triangle I've seen in a long, long time. You guys see that? Yeah, that was the move for OPGN. You want to trade OPN. That symmetrical triangle right there. Right there is the prettiest move I've seen in a while for a penny stock. And you guys know me, I don't really like penny stocks, but that symmetrical triangle is on point right there. Alright, I'm about to break even in Tesla now. That's good, I guess. Ultimately, I'm looking for like 611s, so it's like a $40 profit target or so. If it can break lows, I guess under that I might shoot for a little bit more. But market tanking, which should be good for me. Yeah, I think that might be the right move, Bailey. Like I said, I'm trying to force something too. Might be the right move to just hang it up, though. Alright, I'm just sitting here waiting on Tesla. The level 2 in the Thinkorswim chart is way off, but just hanging out. Some jazz for the sad market. Yeah, I got you. You want some jazz? I got you, bro. I'm on it. That's not it. Let me see. There we go. Alright, so let me see what my entry is for Tesla. My entry, I guess I was completely break even on CGC. I don't know how I did that, but Tesla, my entry is 628.26. So I'm kind of close to break even. Not really though. I think if I'm in Tesla, I got to risk off of this 636 level. Alright, I could also add into this Tesla move. Again, I'd have to risk off of 635, maybe 636. I'm only holding a few shares, so it doesn't matter too much if I add maybe double my size here, but let me look at the market in general. Market bouncing. I'll add a little bit more here. I'm in with 4 shares now. Huge sizing on Tesla. Oh, I'm not even gonna try to. I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. I'm not gonna try to pronounce that. Alright, so we're getting a little bit of a move down, which is good. I think the SPY dropping is going to positively affect it. Kind of a boring day for now. The SPY is kind of confirming a downward trend though, so we should see a drop in Tesla here too, I would think. But I'm just hanging out for now. There's 629s. Alright, we got 86 likes, guys. Let's bring that number up to over 100. We should easily be able to do that now. We need 14 likes, team. Only 3 dislikes on this bad boy, so hit that like button. What's up, James? Tesla? Oh, I'm short. I'm short. What I'm really doing here is I'm anticipating the market is gonna come back down. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm just trading pretty small. But the market's kind of confirming this downward trend. Rejecting off of the VWAP over and over again, and so I'm kind of banking and betting that Tesla is going to follow the market enough to profit from. Problem is, my level 2 is just super skewed from all the platforms I'm using. Might get like we are seeing kind of as much as I hate to say it, this is the problem I'm seeing right now, is that we got a little bit of a triangle here for Tesla, which is a bullish pattern. Like, look at this. That does look kind of bullish, as much as I hate to say it, because I'm in a short position on Tesla. That does look a little bullish. So we'll see. You know, in the end, I got 4 shares. You know, I'm not seeing anything I love enough to really take a risk at. And I also think that we are seeing the market bounce a little bit to the VWAP, but I'll keep it tight. Alright, so here's the rip out. Maybe I'm just going to jump out of this and be done. I'm just not seeing anything I love right now. Market's pulling back some, so that should probably negatively influence my trade here. I'll let it go to 15. Market is pulling back, though. Bouncing back, I should say. And I'm going to just... Oh, man. Did I buy? I did buy. I accidentally bought, guys. I double-clicked. Not the way to do it. Not the way to do it, guys. What should I do here? Should I just immediately get out? I accidentally double-clicked and bought when I was trying to exit my position. I double-clicked here. Well, I guess I'll let it work. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I accidentally double-clicked and bought when I should have sold. So now I'm holding 4 shares when I was actually trying to cover 4 shares of a short position by clicking buy, and then I double-clicked. And now I'm holding some shares. It does kind of look like a breakout flag pattern, though. I will say that, you know. And so, I guess I'll hold. I'm up some, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I guess I'll hold here. Looks strong. I mean, hey, an accidental win is better than, you know, nothing, I guess. It's above the VWAP. Now just where can I set my risk? Ideally, I'd like to see it push over this right here. Up about $7. I mean, accidental win. Hey. Alright. I'll take it. Maybe I should have jumped out there. Alright, I'm gonna jump out there. I mean, I'm gonna scale out a little bit. I mean, accidental green is good, I guess. Holding 2 shares now. The flag style breakouts, or the triangle breakouts, are real, you know. And like I said, it did kind of look like a bullish pattern, so I guess I could try to take credit for that, but it was completely accident. You know the market. I know, dude. Don't you see that? You see that two-way, right? Two-way says, no beard did a number on me. I know, dude, you see this, man. You see this? I blame the beard, man. I blame my wife. I blame my wife, Carol. It's her fault. She made me shave my beard. I've lost every day since I've shaved my beard. And I even told her this. I was like, look, the superstitious part of me is like, what if it kills my trading, man? When I had that beard, I was winning every day. You watch the stream. Go back and watch the stream. You know, go back and watch the stream. Not when I was trading the World Series of day trading, but watch when I trade this account. Watch when I trade this account in the last 3 weeks, really. I've been winning like every day. I've been green. I've been constantly green with my beard. You know, I shave my beard, lose every day. You know, I blame my wife, Carol. I blame her. You know, it's her fault. Obviously her fault. But no, I think really we just got the coronavirus influence in the market. But, yeah. I don't need to be more superstitious either. Superstitions are the worst things for traders. But I can't help it, man. The beard being gone has hurt my trading. Get you a beard tattoo. I should, man. I should. So Trade Idea Monitor YouTube channel. What? Yeah, you can go check out Trade Ideas as well. I'll post that link too. Nah, I partner with Trade Ideas. I even have a promo code. You can use my promo code and get 15% off of Trade Ideas as well. So, yeah, you want to check out the best scanners in the game right now, I'll post this Trade Ideas link. Again, you can use promo code BT15. Get 15% off of Trade Ideas products. Best scanners in trading, in my opinion. And like I said, super legit real-time scanners. Allow you to do a lot of different stuff. A lot of cool stuff with them. And so there's the link if you want to check out Trade Ideas as well. Samson John. That's what I feel like, man. I feel like it's just like Samson, man. You know, I shouldn't have shaved. It's the beard's fault. Oh, she's home right now. Two-way. She's home. She's home right now. She can hear me, I'm sure. You know. No. Roku right now. So, let me see something. Alright, and so I think this number is actually really interesting for Roku right here. It's the previous closing price. It's right here at 1010. That's the previous closing price. And so I think looking for that level, and especially like 1009 to hold as support, is crucial. In the end though, as for like long-term intraday trend, we're still kind of in a sideways trend for Roku. It's going up, below the VWAP, back above the VWAP. And so right now we're still in kind of a sideways, choppy intraday trend as a whole. But I do think the biggest, most interesting level right now is this previous closing price at around 1010. And so I think looking at that to see if it finds support there is interesting as well. But it's not really setting up for any of my strategies specifically. I'm not sure. I don't think so. Hey, look, it's Samson. I'm too aerodynamic for this market now. That's right, Bailey. You know. That's right. I'm too aerodynamic, man. You know, the market says John doesn't have a beard. Let's force him to lose. I blame my wife. I blame Carol. It's her fault. You know, she made me shave. So my mask. So if the coronavirus outbreak gets here, she made me shave. So the mask actually like filters stuff out. Because if I have a beard, it basically makes the mask useless, or not useless. It makes the mask useless if you have a beard. And so with that, she made me shave my beard. She also just likes it when I'm baby-faced, I guess. The beard makes it hard to, like, kiss and stuff. You know what I mean? And so, she hates the beard. You know what I mean? I like my beard, though. Beards make it easy. You know, doesn't matter. I feel safe with my beard, so to speak.
Came about the womb of man with everything that you demand. You could say I had a plan way before I had a fan.
Different Samson. Yeah, I'm just messing with you, Samson jokes. I'm just messing with you, brother. No, the joke, Samson, is that prior till the last 2 days, I had a beard, right? And when I had a beard, I was making bank in the market. I rarely lost. I think I had like 3 losing trades out of 11. I was running super high accuracy rate. And then I shaved my beard 2 days ago, and I've lost every day since then. Every day since I've shaved my beard, I've lost. And so somebody joked and said John is like Samson, you know. And so then you show up, Samson, and that's the joke. Hey. But yeah, that's the joke today, brother. So. Ah, man. But honestly, guys, this accidental Tesla trade is actually working out really, really well for me. It's kind of made all the money back from my prior trade, and so I'll take it. You know, I'll take any win I can get in this. You know, even if it's an accidental error win, I'm still gonna take the credit for it because I'm just the best trader alive right now. But yeah, I'll take it, man. You know me. I was predicting that. I did that intentionally. It wasn't an accident. I did it intentionally. I knew it was gonna go up, and I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna take the other side of it. Alright, let me get out for break even.
Never thought he'd be a legend.
But yeah, I don't see anything I like right now. Nothing.
You was always naysaying. Some things never change. Spiritually, I never age. Feeling like 11th grade. Junior me, proud of me. Standing tall, towering. Doing things I never do. If I was living cowardly.
Alan says up almost $200 on 200 shares of IBIO bought this morning. Hey, good luck, bro. I'm not much of a swing trader, so I can't say what this one's gonna do, and I don't want to tell you the wrong answer. But good luck, man. I hope you make some money on it, brother. This is my first week on the market. Your channel has been helpful and a great experience. Hopefully we find you a Delilah. Hey, I appreciate it, bro. Thank you, man. Appreciate the support, brother. Like I said, it kind of hurts. It's weird when I predicted this. I told my wife, I was like, watch, I bet you I'm going to shave my beard and then I'm just going to start losing. And that's exactly what happened. I've lost the last 2 days in a row. The 2 days after I shaved my beard, and prior to that, I was literally on a 7-day green streak. And I streamed that entire 7-day green streak on my live account, live on YouTube. So I couldn't possibly fake it, even if I wanted to. I couldn't possibly fake that. And so, like, watch. Y'all want to see me upload my trades live? Like, look. Like, watch. Here's Trader View. Here's Trader View, right? Let me fix this so you guys can see it. So look, here's Trader View. If we go to trades and we just start, like, let's say, I don't know when my green streak was. I'm gonna start on the 17th. All right. You see 475 bucks. We're just gonna delete these, like I always do, just to show you guys I'm not a bad trader. Maybe I'm a little insecure because I've been losing every day, but just to show you guys I'm not a bad trader. Like, watch. And then we go to TEFs, which is right here. We go to trade, historical data, trades. What did I do? The 17th? Yeah. All right. 17th, 27th. Oh, I gotta select this, and it's also over a week, so we have to go to the 24th. First, we're gonna export this, and we're gonna name Friday Part 1. Go to import, choose. Go to Friday Part 1. As you can see, Friday Part 1, same thing I just talked about, upload. And then we are going to go to the 24th through today, which is the 28th. Export, Friday Part 2. We're going to go to import. First, we're going to refresh, just so you can see 336. Import, Friday Part 2. Alright, so yeah, 470 bucks, $470.20 up until today. I think it's missing one. Yeah. Reports. Anyways, this is my graph, right? Just uploaded it live. But yeah, this is my graph from the last few days, man. This is my graph, right? And so this is when I shaved my beard, right here. This is when I shaved my beard. On this day, after trading day, on this specific day, this is when I shaved my beard right here. And then boom, immediately a loss. And then today a bigger loss, right? Today's not going to show up because they only upload it after the day. But prior till then, you know, I was running 11-3. You know, my profit factor is 12.38. My average largest loss prior to then was $22. My largest gain was $201. My average daily gain or loss was $67. And my average winning trade was $46.50, and my average losing trade was $10. You know, 4-day green streak, or 4-day max consecutive trade streak. I only lost 4 times out of this entire bundle. And then today hits, and I'm just losing nonstop. Like I said, I shaved the beard. Here, after this day, I shaved the beard, and I've had 2 losing days since then. What the hell, man? You know, the beard actually did it. It ruined my trading, man. I blame my wife, Karen. Obviously, guys, I'm being sarcastic. I don't blame her. I'm just messing around. But yeah, man, my trading's been off the last 2 days. I just think it's the market. It's unfortunate, but whatever. But it sucks, man. It sucks, you know. You mentally stuff yourself up for it? I know, man. I know. It sucks. It is what it is, you know. When should I get out of IBO? Hey, brother. Number one, few things, man. I'm not a penny stock trader. I don't want to tell you the wrong answer, bro. I don't want to tell you the wrong answer. I'm not a day trader, a swing trader. I'm not a swing trader at all. I am not a penny stock trader for the most part, and not an expert professional. I don't want to tell you the wrong answer, bro, and I don't want to say, yeah, get out here, and then the stock rips up, or yeah, don't get out here, and then the stock crashes down. I don't want to tell you the wrong answer. I don't give out stock picks. I don't feel comfortable enough doing so, and again, not an expert here. You know, not a market professional. Not liable for any losses anybody takes in the market as well. I guess I'm probably done for the day, I'm done for the day, though, guys. I don't think there's anything else I really like. BYND is trying 85 again. We got 93 likes in here, guys, so let's hit that like button. We need 7 more likes. We'll bring that number up to 100. You know you want to. Hit that like button, team. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I definitely appreciate it if you do, guys. SPY back down below the VWAP. What about CGC? I haven't really been watching the cannabis stocks today, but everything's kind of sideways. I'll probably just hang it up. This is my second losing day this week. And like I said, I've been super green before that, so I'll probably just hang it up, guys. BYND. Yeah, BYND, all of this is just sideways. Most of the stocks I'm looking at are doing this, right? They're going up, above the VWAP, below the VWAP, up to the highs, down to the lows, up to the highs, down to the lows. And so just sideways. Overall, this is the trend, which is, if you look at it and you kind of draw it all out, sideways. Not really my style, not really what I really like trading, to be honest. What makes you decide when you're done? When there's no setups that look good to me. It depends on really how much I lose, but or when. You know, if I have a few green trades, I'll probably hang it up. Right, it's all personal preference and depends on what your system is. You know, like Mitch finishes the day much earlier. He usually ends up getting done with the day much earlier. Trades a lot sooner than I do. I usually wait for the first few minutes to pass before I trade. And so it's all personal preference, style, system. You know, each system has its own kind of rules and time frame and strategies and patterns, etc. So it really is dependent and subjective on the person. All should have a predefined risk and price target before entry of a stock. Yeah, for sure, 100%. Like usually the strategies I generally trade, like just to show you, like you saw my stats here. Like I said, I uploaded these live, right? So these are my stats. The last, the last 10 days or so. These are my stats, right? 1 losing day, 2 losing days after today. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like even if we go to win-loss days comparison, I've been. Up until yesterday, I was green on 85.7% of all of my days. Average hold time for my winning trades was 13 minutes. Hold time for my losing trade was 5 minutes. And so that's going to be a little bit worse after today, but not that bad, really. But yeah, and what I generally do is I give myself a predefined risk level. So like, say I'm getting into this VWAP bounce right here, and I think I actually took this trade, this exact trade. So first of all, let me fix AMD right here. And say I jumped into this trade. Man, what is going on with my charting? It's all weird and messed up. Anyways, so say I jumped into this trade right here. Let me zoom out a little bit. Alright, so say I jumped into this trade, right? What I'm essentially looking for is a bounce off of the VWAP, a dip buy, a run up, an upward trend, and then a pullback to the VWAP where it forms a low down here, and then a pull back up, and then a pull back down to the VWAP, which is where I'm going to enter. And so I'm waiting for this to happen where it puts in a low right there, and then I'm waiting for it to push back above the VWAP and then pull back. So I'm going to try to enter the stock on that pullback right there, if you guys can see that. Man, what is up with this charting today, man? Even this charting's weird. Alright, so say I get in there, right? That way I can make my risk extremely tight right here. So say I get in at 48.30, right? Say I get in here at 48.30, my risk is at 48.20. So my risk is exactly 10 cents. So a very tight risk trade. And then I can give myself a reward target of usually up to some confirmed resistance level in the chart. Let's say an easy one that would give me pretty tight reward and risk is up here at 48.60. You have a lot of confirmation at 48.60. It's the previous high up there. And so anyways, that way you're entering at 48.30, your risk is 48.20, so your risk is 10 cents, and then your reward is 48.60. That gives you a 3-to-1 reward to risk ratio. And so when you lose in this trade, if you're doing it a one and done trade, meaning if you're just getting in and out and you're not scaling out of the position, then when you lose, you're going to lose 10 cents a share. Say if you got 1,000 shares, you're going to lose $100. But when you win, you're going to make 30 cents a share, which if you got 1,000 shares is $300. And so the reward to risk ratio is good. And that's usually how I approach these type of trades. And those are the trades that helped me get those stats that I just showed you that I uploaded live on here. And so this is what I call a rebound bounce setup. It's what I call a VWAP rebound bounce setup. I got I got a bunch of good videos on this pattern specifically. And it's extremely profitable, works really, really well. Again, hasn't worked the greatest the last 2 days, and it's not even that it hasn't worked great, it just hasn't presented itself that much the last few days because the market is kind of all over the place, up and down. It's not necessarily maintaining an easy trend to track like it did on this specific day for AMD, and I think I actually took this trade here as well. But anyways, guys, did we hit 100? Somebody took their like back. We got 99 likes. Let's smash that like button. Like I said, as soon as somebody hears this, we're going to hit 100 likes. And then I'm going to close it down. So everybody remember, smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We do this live for free every day, right here on YouTube. And so if you appreciate what we do here, smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Click the bell if you want a notification. We go live every single weekday morning for free, right here on YouTube. If you want to use the same platform as us, like if you're getting started and you want a cheap way to get started where you're not risking that much as a new trader, I suggest you check out TradeNet packages. They come with a course, demo account, chat room access. Once you're approved for the funded account, which almost everybody is, and if you're not, you can get a refund. Once you're approved for the funded account, they contract with you and they give you a $14,000 funded trading account where you can day trade short stocks with no PDT rule for $400. And so if you've got less than $500, I think TradeNet is the only option to get started. You're going to gain a ton of experience. Like I said, it's going to come with the paper trading account as well. And on the live funded account, there's a 70-30 profit split. So they're going to take 30% of your profit, but they're giving you $14,000 in buying power for $400 essentially. There's also a $700 max loss, but it doesn't follow you up. And so, for instance, if you make $1,000, your max loss is essentially $13,700. Or your max loss, I'm sorry, is essentially $1,700. And so, you know, I think it makes sense for new traders. I think it's the cheapest way a new trader can get involved and kind of get their feet wet in the market without risking a ton. I think a lot of times new traders end up depositing thousands of dollars instead, and they end up losing that, and you're risking a ton of money as a new trader, and you're probably going to lose. And so in this way, you can risk way less. You can risk $399, $400. You're going to get a lot of buying power to trade with. And again, I think it's just the cheapest way to get started, considering the bundle of like a course, a demo account, chat room access, the funded account, tons of buying power, shorting ability, no PDT rule. I think it just makes sense. And so if you want to check that out, it's also a great way to help support our channel. We do make a commission if you sign up through us, and so naturally we're going to be biased in their favor. But again, objectively speaking, I think it's a pretty cheap option for new traders. And so if you want to check that out, there's the link. What symbols do you find the bounce works on? All right, so I'll post that link, but yeah, okay, so the stocks I usually trade, I'll go ahead and post them because these are the stocks that I generally trade on. In the end though, guys, it doesn't necessarily boil down to the stock itself. What it really boils down to with these VWAP strategies is how well the stock is respecting a trend. which a lot of the time is going to depend on how well the market is respecting a trend, right? If the market's not respecting a trend like today and it's going above the VWAP and below it and then above it, then it's going to be a lot worse of a percentage play. But if the stock is maintaining a trend like AMD did on this specific day, a lot of the time I'm looking at, I'll post this here just so you guys can see it. I'm looking at like CGC, these are probably my go-to stocks right here. These are probably the go-to stocks like cannabis, microchip, and a few other mid and high cap stocks. But cannabis and microchip stocks. But again, it mostly boils down to trend selection, like how well stocks are picking a trend, right? And so any stock can pick a trend on any specific day, and the strategy will work really, really well. It just needs to pick a trend, which again, we're not really getting much of. And so the stock just needs to. If a stock is maintaining and confirming a trend above or below the VWAP, it usually works really well. But if a stock is not maintaining a trend, obviously it doesn't work well. And so, for instance, like here's a bunch of bounces on this specific day with AMD. Like you can see AMD pulled back to the VWAP numerous times. You could enter on each of these pullbacks for a bounce setup, and that's because AMD was maintaining such a nice trend on that specific day. And so the big thing I look for is just trend confirmation on any specific day, right? So I just look for stocks that have already confirmed a trend once. And so, for instance, like you can enter on these little pullbacks because it's confirmed it here, 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 and so forth. And so when a stock is maintaining a trend, that's when it generally works the best. But anyways, guys, have a good day. Appreciate all the love, everybody that hit that subscribe button. I definitely appreciate it, as well as everyone, all the 103 likes we got today. Appreciate the love, team. Appreciate the support. Also, guys, like I said, what platform is that? This is TEF's platform. It's partnered through TradeNet. And so yeah, here's the link if you want to check that out. David is right here. You can go through their site, but you're not going to get the discount. Like if you go through my link, you'll get like 20% off or something like that. And it's a great way to help support us. Yeah, if you want to use the same scanners that we use, I'll post this link here as well. They're Trade Idea scanners. In my opinion, they're the best scanners in the game. And you can use promo code BT15 and get 15% off of these scanners. And so, like I said, super customizable and dynamic scanners that allow you to do a lot of cool stuff with them. And so if you want to check out Trade Ideas, again, you can use promo code BT15. You can use our channel's promo code and get 15% off of the best scanners in the game right now. And again, like I said, they're my favorite scanners. Obviously, I use them every day. And if you're a good enough trader, they can, do really well in the market. And so I'll post this link here. And yeah, guys, good luck. Have a good day. Appreciate all the love today, guys. Have a good weekend. We should have a few videos I put out this weekend at least. Maybe one at least. Maybe two. And so be on the lookout for that if you haven't. And like I said, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. And good luck in the markets, guys. I'll see you all at least on Monday. But be on the lookout for some videos that we put out, breaking down some strategies and stuff like that. And so, yeah. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell. You'll get an alert when we do put out stuff. And have a good day, team. I'll see y'all later.